Welcome back to Akira Kizzau, issue number 9, part 2. It's been a while. I apologize. I had interviews and doctor visits and everything up the wazoo, so I have had my quality of life improved, and I am ready to get back into doing the audios. I also had to wait for my editor to help me out a little bit. You are looking at the raw, semi-unedited. The book will be expanding a lot more on what's going on, but this is the gist of it. All right, Akira Kizzau, issue number 9, Eve, part 2. Don Quixote, captain of the Knights of Feywood, lowered his lance's tip in the direction of Salia. The entrance of the coffee shop is hereby barred from allowing access to Feywood until the current circumstances are resolved. Please step back, else suffer a pulse from my lance or a kick from my noble steed. Salia growled at the elderly knight before rushing to him, brushing the lance aside. You know me, elder. Even helped me with some of the wilder ideas in my plan to catch the widow. We have never met before, the knight continued. I know many elves, but you are not familiar to me unless you can prove you live in Feywood. I must insist you step back into the coffee shop. Don, Clint said, walking over to the door. I'm afraid you do know the lass. It's Salia. Now be a kind lad and let her through. The door is blinking. Me and others need to be getting to the shop. The knight grabbed Salia's face and looked into her eyes. What madness is this? I can see, my friend, but gone is the spirit of the wolf. How came this to be? Can we enter Feywood? Maybe we can help with whatever is going on. Quixote kicked his mechanical horse in the side. The beast backed up, allowing Salia and Bob to fully enter Feywood. I'll be deactivating the portal component to Feywood on this end until we get the all clear, Clint said as he shut the door behind them. Why is it so quiet here? Salia said, once the noises from the shop vanished. That is what transpires in the wood, milady, the knight said, lifting his lance high. There is a presence in the city that seems to be unnerving the populace. Now please, tell me what happened to the wolf within you. We could sorely use the wolf that convinced me that the master of the withers was corrupt. Someone gave me a full cure, Salia said. I will get the wolf back, but for now, I have a deeper mystery to solve. Everywhere I turn, though, another mystery pops up. Is this presence a feeling or some sort of being we can pummel? For long moments, the wary elderly knight looked down at Salia, then over to Bob. Have we met, sir? A bit ago, Bob replied. I was here with the leader of my group. We were looking into the rumors of a goat totem. I seem to recall the totem knocked half your group across the city, Quixote chuckled. Oh, I do recall now. That moment made my windmill days seem rather tame in comparison. About that present, Salia said, before Bob interrupted. To be fair, we had no idea the totem would be as adversarial as it was, Bob said, and it snuck up on us. I bet you and yours are happy the goat is traversing through the streets of Atlas Central now, the knight said, motioning for them to follow him. Wait, Salia said. There's a goat totem in Atlas? Indeed. Stopping in her tracks, Salia looked back at the locked door of the coffee shop. I think we have fallen for a wild goose chase. Don, what is this presence, and when did it start to do whatever it's been doing? Stomping his mechanical steed, the knight stroked his chin in deep thought. I believe everything started just after the llama situation began in Atlas. The presence is a purple cloud that drifts through areas, spooking citizens. But it hasn't harmed anyone. Again, the knight pondered. No, merely frightened and moved on. Let me guess, if anyone tries to disperse the cloud, it disperses and returns somewhere else. Have you been spying on Feywood? I know you withers have information-gathering jurisdiction all over Morn, but I thought it was customary for you to announce yourselves before you went poking your nose about. Can you still smell out prey with that elf nose? Bob, Salia said, "Is it possible to manifest a recurring illusion with the properties Quixote has described? Does the caster need to remain close, or can it be set to occur without continuous control?" Actually, that is quite simple. All you need to do is leap behind an object to contain the illusion until the time to be encountered. "Bravo!" shouted a voice from down the street. Salia readied a quick stance as a human that had taken her wolfen nature stood revealed. "I would ask for an encore, but I think that putting an end to you will be far more entertaining." "Stand at your guard, cretin," Quixote barked. "You are surrounded by my archers. One false move, and my noble steed shall charge at thee, whereupon my lance will strike you down quickly." "Is this a joke?" Dover Anderson said, pulling out his pistol. But before he could make any further movement, several arrows rained down around him. Dropping his weapon, the human looked down the street with rage in his eyes. "Old fool, you should not exist. When I—" A blast from Quixote's lance struck Dover in the chest. His limp form slumped forward as the knight trotted forward on his horse. "Only a fool would think to have outwitted their opponent based on appearances. I hereby place you, Dover Anderson, under arrest." And with that, I will see you guys in the near future. These will be coming out a little bit more frequently because I'm pretty much homebound at this point. So I will see you guys in the near future, and thank you for listening.